Okay, so I see that I am talking and that it is green, so that's good. Good morning to my virtual students. We are working on our bell ringer. We are going to start doing these bell ringers every day. And what I do with my Algebra 2, you guys, is we do ACT practice, okay? So we're going to probably do 2 problems every day, sometimes just 1. But if we do that every single day, we should be able to do at least probably 3 full math tests, 3 full ACT tests before you have to actually take it at the end of the year, okay? So you are a junior, or if you are a junior in this class, you will take the ACT this year at school. They offer it to you. If you've never taken it before, I definitely suggest that that's something you try to do before you take it. Typically, it's in March or April at school. So if you haven't taken it, maybe take it in that December one or the January, February one, because it will tell you that students typically always do better on their second time, okay, when you take the ACT. Has anybody in here already taken the ACT? Oh, good. Several of you have. The first time you take it, or at least for me, I just remember being like, OMG, that was so long. Like, it's just so much information. You've got 60 math questions. You've got a reading section. You have a science section. You have English. Some of you are going to choose writing. So, like, you're talking about 4 hours of thinking straight, like performing academically. So it's just a whole lot to do. And so that first time kind of lets you get the jitters out, lets you understand exactly what you're up against. And then after that, the second time, you know what you're doing, you know what you're facing, you know what it's going to be like, so you can kind of better prepare yourself mentally. I could sit here and tell you all about it, but until you actually experience it for yourself, like, you're just not going to know. Okay, so and that ACT is important to us because I know all of you want to get into a great school, you want to go to a good college, you want to get scholarships. So for me personally, I came from a family that, like, we didn't go to Disney World. We, like, when we went on family vacations, it was to Arkansas. Okay, so my family worked really hard, but we just didn't have a whole lot of money. So when it came to going to college, like, it was up to me. Like, I had to get my scholarships, and so I worked really hard on getting a good ACT score. It paid off. I'm 33. Am I 33? And I don't have any college debt. Now, it took me some years to get my college debt away, but it could have been way worse. Okay, I have several friends that are still paying like a car note, $500 a month for their college, and they're my age. Okay, so you definitely want that to be something that you think about and that you do well on, so that you aren't my age and instead of paying for your fancy Tahoe, you're paying some university for your education. Okay, so it is important. It is something that you want to, prepare for and do excellent on. So the math is challenging because you've got 60 questions in 60 minutes. So let's be real with each other. I am a slow reader. Okay, I by no means am a scholar when it comes to English. Very average. And so I personally did not finish the whole math section. Okay, never once did I get all 60 questions done. However, my score is like, I made like a 29 in the math. Okay, which still is not like in the 30s. Okay, but I'm just small town country girl. Okay, so I was super pumped with a 28. I thought that was the bomb. I'm not gonna tell you what my English score is. Okay, we won't talk about that. But what I'm telling you is that you don't have to finish every single question, but you need to be able to get the ones correct that you're capable of getting correct. So no, I didn't get through all 60 questions, but the ones that I did, I got them correct. Okay, so that's what I'm going to teach you to do. I'm going to teach you some, like, question and answer, like, how do we eliminate answers? What's going to be our best way to guess if we don't know? So those are the things that we'll be working on in Bell Ringer. So Bell Ringers will be strictly for us to kind of have some ACT prep, let you guys ask questions, and show you how I thought about things as a student. Okay, so this first one, it always starts out really easy. and then it gets harder. So the first one says, which of the following numbers completes the sequence? 3, 8, 14, 21, 29, blank. So what's it going to be? I did not understand any of that. Okay, thank you. 38, perfect. And why or how do you know it's 38? Because we have to justify that. What? Oh, you add. Okay, so you're adding 5 to get to that one. And then you add 6 to get to this one. 7 to get this. 8 to get 29. So now we have to take 29 and add 9. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for on your paper, something to show me how you got that answer, what you did to get that, to get your 38. So that's perfect. Jordan, I didn't get you a homework submission for you, so you need to make sure you get that into me, okay? All right, then we have number 2. Beth got a job painting dorm rooms at her college. At top speed, she could paint 5 identical rooms in 1 6-hour shift. How long did it take her to paint each room? What'd you do?
I just took 360 divided by, do all the work.
So how'd you get it? That's what he's asking. No, you're right, Ashton. You're right. Tell me. Oh, Ashton. Good. Well, that's what I was going to ask you too, Ashton. So he's correct. So we've got 360 total minutes that this guy's painting, or girl's painting, okay? What's she painting in that total time? So how do we figure out how much time she spent in each room? Perfect. So what's 360 divided by 5? Okay, so 72 minutes. So which one of these is 72 minutes? An hour and 12 minutes. Because how much is 1 hour? 60 minutes plus the extra 12. So the answer is H. Okay. Oh, I'm in your way, aren't I? Let me see what my tables are. Do you want to sit here with David or in that back table with the girls? With David? Okay. He just, well, it's a hard spot to see because I always stand right there. Like, that's my spot. Okay, so that's our ACT prep, okay? Keep that, because what you're going to do is at the end of the week, or maybe end of 2 weeks, I'll ask you to submit that to me, and you'll get free points just for having your bell ringer. So it's a good, easy, free points. The only thing that you have to do is keep up with it. Same thing for virtual students. Make sure you do that. And like I was telling them, you've got to show work. Okay, so make sure you put some work on there so that you can get points for that, because I don't want just the letters. All right, any questions about bell ringers? Okay, cool. All right. Do what? Can you take a picture of it? You sure? Okay. All right, we are going to go over our homework real quick that you guys had. Christian, did you get yours submitted? Huh? Yes? Okay, good. I need you to get that stuff submitted to me at least before I go over it. So if you have it submitted prior to 8:48, then I'll give you full credit for it. Now, eventually, I want you guys to get it in on time. But if you haven't done your homework, okay, and you want half credit for it, do the homework with me right now, submit it, and I will give you half credit for that, okay? So if you haven't done it, do it with me. If you've already done it, then you've gotten full credit, even if it's wrong, okay? But what I want you doing right now is checking your homework. So get out your homework. We're on page 92, and we're going to go over this. So number 19, the first thing that I'm going to do right here is make that y equals 3x plus 6. So basically, I'm just dropping the fancy name and bringing back in y. Once I've done that, I'm going to switch the x and the y. Then we solve for y, just like Algebra 1. So what's the first thing that I need to do right here? Subtract 6. X minus 6 equals 3y. Divide everybody by 3. Is x divisible by 3? So how do I write that? You could do x over 3, or you could do 1/3 x. Okay? Is 6 divisible by 3? What's negative 6 divided by 3? And we're going to call that what? F of negative 1 equals x. I just have it written backwards, but this is the name. This is your equation. Okay, so technically you probably want to write it like this. But like Ashton said, if you leave it as x over 3, that's exactly the same thing. That's totally fine. Perfect. Number 20. This one was confusing people. Several people were asking me about 20. First thing that I'm going to do is make that just simple y. Second thing I'm going to do is switch my x and my y. Everybody good up to that point? Then, how do I get rid of a negative 1/2? The reciprocal. Now, you could, I hear people say divide. You could divide by this. Mathematically, that's fine. But that, we don't leave it with a fraction in the denominator. Okay, so mathematically, that's not going to work out for us. So we have a better way. The better way is to multiply by the reciprocal. Now, the reciprocal is still negative. Okay, it's just 2 over 1. So this is going to be negative 2 over 1, which is just negative 2. So negative 2x equals y. That's it. You're done. You don't need to do anything else. You have it. Okay, your equation is y equals negative 2x. What's the fancy name that we're going to give it? G of negative 1 of x equals 2x. Students always assume that things have to be hard, but if it's just simple, just keep it simple. Oh, I did forget the negative. Very important. Thank you. Okay, 21. Y'all know 21 is my favorite number. Some point that's going to be like bonus points. So 21 is my favorite number. 21. That was my number when I played sports back in the day. All right, what's the first thing I need to do? Great, Ashton. I love having you in class every single day. My day is made. How do I get the 4 from the denominator? Multiply by 4. So what's 4 times x? Over here, this and this cancel. You don't distribute that 4 to all the other stuff. It just cancels out the denominator. So you have y minus 20. Now what? Add 20 on both sides. So y equals 4x plus 20. What's a fancy name? H of negative 1 of x equals 4x plus 20. Like I said, if you haven't done your homework, you could be doing this right now, submitting it, get half credit, okay? That's an everyday thing. If your life is crazy busy, you don't have time to do your homework, definitely do it the next day with me so you can get half credit, okay? All right, for this next one, we've got g of x, j of x. Lord, I don't know my letters. Told you I suck at English. J of x, so I replace that with y, and then I need to swap them out. Now, do I have to distribute? No. Okay, how do I get rid of it if I don't want to distribute? Divide by 5, so that cancels. So now we have x divided by 5 equals y minus 1. How do I get rid of the minus 1? Add 1. So x over 5 plus 1 equals y. What's the fancy name going to be? Just like that. Ta-da. All right, that's your homework. So go ahead and put that up. Can put up your homework. We are going to have 2 things in our module today. You have 2 practice tests, and this is what your this makeup is going to be what your test is going to be like on Thursday. So today is your day to work, okay? You're going to work on this. You're going to get as much of this accomplished as you can, and then whatever you don't finish will then be your homework, okay? And then tomorrow in class, we will go over it. I will answer any questions that you have, go over problems, practice, and then when you come in on Thursday, you will take your Unit 1 test. Okay, it grades automatically, so that will be something that I'm going to put on the first 9 weeks. Okay, so we want to do well in this. Now, when you go to this module, part 1, it's taking you to Springboard. I want us to practice getting on Springboard to see if it's even something that's possible for us. But notice it also tells you what numbers to skip. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 24, okay? Because we didn't go over that in the book. You're not going to be tested with it like that, so you can just skip those numbers. Now, how do you get to Springboard? Go to your class link. Log into your class link. So it's not in Canvas, okay? Not in Canvas, it's in class link. Christian, go to class link. Huh? It's dead. Do you have a charger with you? I'll have to go get your computer from Miss Springer. Okay, go to your class link, log in. When you log in, there's an app called Springboard. What the heck? Y'all see Springboard? Click on Springboard. It should then bring up your classes. Okay, it does. It's different. So you should be in your Algebra 1 once you get to Springboard. Go to... There's a plug behind Hannah if you want to plug that in. Okay, go. I got to figure this out. I'm not sure where to go from here. So you don't have, no, it wouldn't be the book. Go to, click on that little down arrow right there beside, no, maybe that. Click on that. No, that's not it. Click on this down arrow right here. That didn't do anything? Okay, click on the down arrow by your name. Okay, so I have assigned it to you, but I don't see where you can see it. Yeah, that's what hers says too. It's definitely not on ebook though. We don't have Google Classroom, so I don't think it would be, but click on it, I guess, and see what's there. That's your stuff from last year, right? Well, what the heck? No, I put it in Springboard. It's supposed to be in Springboard. I wanted us to practice because they have all this like pre-made stuff. So I wanted you guys to be able to practice it. But that's why we're doing it right now in class, so we can figure this out.
Can I use the restroom?
You may. Okay, obviously mine looks different than yours because I'm the teacher. Let's see if I did something wrong. I mean, obviously I did, if you don't see it. What's today? The 20th. So it's available now. Okay. It should be available to you guys. This is Algebra 1. I want you to take version B. So refresh your page for me. Click, just go to the go to that ebook. Okay, go to progress report. We're just going to touch all the buttons until we find it. Nope. Click on the college board. Oh, I bet it's somewhere. No, because that's the unit 1. That's just the textbook. No, go down. No. Click on college board. You do see it? What the heck? Okay, click on the algebra little down arrow right there up top. Click on that. And then click on the class. I have no idea how you see an assignment. Okay, let's not waste your time. Go and do part B. Part B is there for you. It's available. So go and do part B. That's just going to be on a paper document. So just get out a piece of paper, work on part B. And let me see if I can even figure out how to do that on Springboard. That's the book. That's not it. That's not the assessment. So I'm not sure where it is, to be totally honest. I may have to ask one of the other teachers. Yes, sure. Call Miss Dean. Hey, have you assigned anything on Springboard this year? Oh, okay. I can't figure, like, I'm trying just to do like a practice test with my Algebra 2, and they can't see it. Like, it's not on there. Like, I've assigned it to them just like we did in the past, but they cannot see it. You have no idea. Okay. Thank you. Bye. I mean, so frustrating. Technology is the worst. David, you got to wear your mask, especially with him at your table. What up, Christian? What is it? Now, where's your work at? You know me. I'm going to make you show your work. That is not your work. Oh, I do. That's good. You're right. You're right. You're right. Zoom it in so I can see. What's it asking you to do? Add it or subtract it? It won't let you zoom in anymore. Let me see if I can see it on mine. How the world did you get to school and your device is dead? Shame on you. Okay, so, okay, Christian, what you got to do is what you did on 1 and 2 is good. Okay, you're going to do that again. You're going to plug that 10 into the first one, into G. You're going to plug the 10 into the second one. So you're going to do it twice. Then when you get both of the individual answers, you add them together because that's the symbol that's between them. This one over here, do it twice and then subtract your answers. Multiply your answers, divide your answers. Make sense? Okay. Yeah. Do what? Yes. Well, no, like the test will be. This is just for you to practice. But like bounce your answers off the people at your table. See if y'all are all getting the same thing. Okay, y'all, I'm Googling this. I'm trying to figure it out. True, but you still need to practice the questions. Like, you need to be prepared for your test. Oh, you're not worried about studying? Awesome. I don't have the answers. What? Wait, say it again. Yeah, the whole thing's just 0. Yes. I don't think any of them are supposed to be decimals. Okay, y'all, I'm going to run upstairs and talk to Miss Dean because she's like a guru when it comes to springboard. Keep working with your table mates. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, y'all, that is, Miss Steve just got it for us to make it live or whatever, but I'm not gonna make that be homework to you. What I want you to do is submit what you're working on now. Finish that part 2, submit part 2. Part 1 I'm gonna make optional, but I will tell you, your test is going to be like part 1, okay? So you are gonna wanna look over that. We will look over it tomorrow in class, but what I need submitted is part 2. So submit your part 2. Am I allowing you to submit on there? There's a spot for you to put your pictures. Okay, so submit that part 2. Part 1 is available to you now. You can click through that, you can practice that, and then tomorrow we'll go over some of them so that you can ask questions, okay? Sorry about that. Hey, did you people online, my Zoom people, do y'all have any questions for me? If you do, you can just unmute yourself. Okay. All right, well then I'm going to stop share, so if you've got questions, y'all just send me a message, all right?